Hi everyone, it's Dawn Marie with Custom Comfy Crochet, and today we are on number 4 of our Christmas crochet tutorials, and today we are going to learn how to make this beautiful snowflake. And we're not only going to learn how to crochet the snowflake, but we're also going to find out how to do that glue thing and then the glitter that makes it stiff so that it can hold its shape. Which is, I think they call it blocking. But anyway, that's what we're going to do today. So these are the things that you're going to need, okay? You're going to need some kind of white yarn, although you can use any color you want to make your snowflake. You're going to need a 5mm hook. And remember, a bigger hook, smaller hook makes a bigger or a smaller snowflake. Again, the same with the yarn. You'll need a darning needle, a pair of scissors, and I am using a paintbrush to put on my my gluey stuff. Now, if you want to use Elmer's glue, you can. I'm a painter, and I had some slow dry blending gel medium, which is glue. So I used this, and I also used glitter. Now, if you already have like a glittery crochet that you want to use, you can use that. If you have glitter laying around or you want to buy some glitter, you can turn it into glitter. But I'm going to mix these two together. Now, if you want to use Elmer's glue, I think what they ask for is about a teaspoon or two, or a tablespoon rather, or two of glue to a cup of water, and then you mix that up together, and then you can use that as well and still use your glitter. I also used ribbon for my ornament, and then I have some ribbon. Yeah, I have some ribbon there for that. So those are the things that you're going to need today. And yeah, so remember to like, share, and subscribe so you can be entered in the giveaway. And I will link for YouTube and from in the description and the comments. If you are on YouTube, I'll put it in the description for Facebook. So yeah, getting a little confused there with myself. So yeah, we're going to learn how to make this today. So let's just go ahead and get this out of the way. Clear off a little space here. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to make a slip knot. Okay, and then we're going to chain up 6. Oh, and by the way, if you don't know, thank you, Penny. If you do not know any of the simple crochet stitches like chaining, or if you don't know any of the stitches that we're using today, you can, or you're a beginner, you can go to YouTube and find my beginner video, and that will show you all the stitches that we're using today. But anyways, we're going to do a slip knot again, and we're going to chain 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and then we're going to slip stitch into the first chain from our hook, just like that. Okay, and now we've got a ring, and remember, we're going to lay this right beside our ring, and we're going to work that in as we go along. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to chain up 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, that counts as our first double crochet and a chain 1. We need 12 of these, so I'm going to count this as my first one, and then I'm going to double crochet into the ring. I'm going to chain 1, so that's my number 2. Double crochet, chain 1, that's 3. Double crochet, chain 1, that's 4. And I'm going to keep doing that all the way around until I reach 12. And remember that 12 does include your first chain of 4. And you cannot forget, or please don't forget, to put your chain 1 in between your double crochets. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, and 12. So now we've got our 12, and even at the end you still need to chain 1, and then you're going to slip stitch into the top of our first double crochet, not into the chain 1, but the top of our chain 3. So I would count 1, 2, 3, and I would slip stitch right into that. Okay, just like that. And that's what it looks like. That's the middle of our snowflake. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to chain 1, and then in the same space we're going to do a single crochet, just like that. Okay, then we're going to chain up 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then right in this next space in between these 2 double crochets, we're going to put a single crochet right in between there. Okay? Not going into a chain, just going into that chain space. Then we're going to chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and go into our next space, our chain space, and do a single crochet. Then we're going to chain 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and go to our next space and do a single crochet. And then 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then go into our next chain space and do another single crochet. And that is the pattern all along, 6 and 5, 6 and 5, 6 and 5, all the way around. So now we're on 6 again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. To our next chain space, single crochet, and then 5, 4, and 5. And we're just going to do that all the way around. Just alternating as we go, and this will be the base of our snowflake. Okay, so now we're on our last one, and it should be a chain of what we're going to do for this last one, okay, for this last stitch is we're going to chain 2, 1 and 2, and then we're going to do a double crochet into our first single crochet that we did, and that will add up to 5. And the reason why we're doing that is so that we can start right in the middle where we need to be. Okay. So that's what it looks like so far. And so the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to chain 2, 1 and 2. Then we're going to go directly into our chain 6 space, and we're going to do 2 double crochets, 1 and 2. Then we're going to chain up 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And we're going to do a picot. And so that means we're going to go right down here into the base where we see that V right there. And we're going to do a slip stitch. Okay, just like that. Then we're going to do a treble. We're going to wrap around our hook twice. We're going to go through, pull up our yarn, go through 2, go through 2, go through 2. And on top of that first treble, we're going to do another picot, but this time we're going to chain up 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Then again, we're going to go right down into the top of our treble, and between those 2 little V stitches there and do a slip stitch, just like that. Then we're going to do another treble, wrap around our hook twice, go through 2, go through 2, go through 2, and then we're going to work our last picot stitch. And now we're just going to do 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, chain up 4, then again slip stitch into the base of that treble, and then we're going to do 2 double crochets to finish up this little cluster here. Okay, and this is what it should look like. So again, we came right from over here, we chained 2, we did 2 double crochets into our chain of 6 space here. So we did 2 double crochets, then we chained 4, did a picot stitch, did a treble, chained 6, did another picot stitch, did another treble, chained 4, did a picot stitch, and then we did 2 double crochets. Now what we're going to do is we're going to chain 2, 1, 2, go into our chain of 5 and do 1 single crochet. Then we're going to chain up 2 again, 1, 2, and you guessed it, we're going to do the same thing we did right here in this chain of 6. So now we're going to go into our chain of 6, we're going to do a double crochet, another double crochet, chain up 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then do a picot stitch by going into the base and doing a slip stitch. We did 2 double crochets and we chained 4 and did a picot stitch, and now we're going to do a treble crochet. And on this one we're going to do our large picot, so we're going to go up 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Again, to make the picot, go down to the base, slip stitch, and then we're going to do another treble, chain 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4, go into our base right there, do a slip stitch, and then 2 more double crochets. Then we chain 2, 1 and 2, we go into our chain of 5, do a single crochet, chain 2 again, 1 and 2, and I have a knot in my yarn. There we go. Wow, that was pretty easy. So we're going to go into 5 again, and we did a single crochet and we chained 2. Now we're going to go into the 6, the chain of 6, and we're going to do 1 double crochet, 2 double crochets, then we're going to chain 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4, go into the base for our picot stitch, then we're going to treble crochet, then we're going to chain up 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, go right down in here into our base, do a slip stitch, do another treble crochet, do a chain 4 picot, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then finally 2 double crochets. Just to finish that off. Then we're going to chain 2, 1 and 2, and we're going to go right into our chain of 5 and do a single crochet. And we're going to keep doing this all the way around, but I'm going to do it with you. I don't have a fast forward button anyway, so I'm just going to keep showing you how to do this. And I'm going to do this one a little bit slower. So again, I'm going to chain 2 to get me to our next space, or chain of 6. I'm going to do 1 double crochet, 2 double crochets, Then I'm going to chain 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then I'm going to go right down to the base and do a picot stitch by slip stitching, just like that. Then I'm going to do a treble crochet, go through 2, go through 2, go through 2. Then I'm going to chain up 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then I'm going to do another picot stitch. Then I'm going to do one more treble crochet. Then I'm going to chain 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then go right into the base for the picot. And then I do 2 double crochets, 1 and 2. Then I chain 2, 1 and 2, and I do a single crochet into my next chain of 5. Then I chain 2, then I go to my next chain of 6, and I do the same thing over again. I do 2 double crochets, a chain 4 picot, a treble crochet, a chain 6 picot, another treble crochet, a chain 4 picot, then I'm going to do 2 double crochets. Okay, and this is what it looks like so far. Just want to show you there what it looks like. So now we're on our last one. We're going to chain 2. For our last one, we're going to chain 2 there. I go to my chain 5, do a single crochet. Then I'm going to chain 2 again, 1 and 2. We're going to go into our last grouping for our snowflake. So we're going to go in and we're going to do 1 double crochet, 2 double crochets, do a chain of 4 picot, then a treble crochet, and I chain 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 picot stitch. Then we're going to do another treble crochet, then we're going to chain 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and go right back in there in the base to get our picot. And then we're going to do 2 double crochets. So 2 double crochets to end that. And now what we're going to do is we're going to chain 2, 1 and 2, and we're going to slip stitch right in to this double crochet right here, okay? And to this one right here. So we're just going to go right into the top of that, and we're going to do a slip stitch. And look how pretty we've made a snowflake. Okay, so now we're going to tie off. I'm just going to leave a little bit of yarn to work in there. Okay, just like that. And I'm going to take my darning needle and I'm going to work in my ends. Okay. So I'm just going to work this in a couple times. 1, 2. Just working that in the back there. Okay, so then we're going to cut this off because we worked this in. So we know we don't need to work that in anymore because we did it around our circle. If you happen to not have done that, don't do that. Work it in. Okay, so we've got our snowflake completed. Yay, how pretty. And as you can see, you'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points on your snowflake if you did it correctly. And that is exactly what it should look like right there. And now what I'm going to show you is how to block, glue, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to show you how to put the glitter and the glue to make this stiff. Okay, so I've got a piece of watercolor paper here. You can use paper, whatever you've got hanging around here. Okay, so I'm going to put my snowflake right here, and then I'm going to take some of my medium gel, my acrylic medium gel. Remember what I said earlier, you can use glue. If you want to use Elmer's glue, you can. So I'm going to put that right on my paper. Then I'm going to take my glitter and I'm going to glitter up my medium gel. I hope you can see this. It's a little like, almost like too bright in here. But anywho, so I've put the glitter into my medium gel. And so I'm just going to mix it all around. Okay. It gets a little goopy. That's fine. Well, it's fine for me anyway. And then you're literally just going to brush it on to your snowflake, just like this. I'm trying to think of something else you could use. I guess you could use maybe a sponge. Maybe you have a sponge from your sink, or maybe you have a crafting sponge. You could use that maybe. Just trying to come up with ideas of stuff you could use if you did not have this around. Like I said, Elmer's glue. You may already have some glittery yarn. You can buy yarn with glitter in it. I just didn't have it, and I love to use stuff that I have in my home. So anyway, yep, that's what we're doing. We're just putting this lovely glitter medium gel all over our snowflake. Okay, just like that. I swear, I think this light is almost, I don't know. No, I guess you do need the light. I'm trying to make it better, but it just seems so bright against the white. It's almost hard to see. But anyway, so I've got, still bright. So I've covered my entire snowflake with my glittery medium gel, and I'm going to turn it over, and I'm going to do the same thing on the back side. I'm going to get me some more medium gel here. I'm going to get some more glitter. Oh yeah, and I decided to go ahead and glitter the back of this as well to give it extra glitter, because when you add it into the paint, it's really not that easy to see. So I'm going to pick it up and put it right back like that. So I'm going to mix again, mix my medium gel and my glitter all together. Okay. And I'm going to do the same thing on the opposite side, because if you are using this as an ornament, when it's on your tree, it would be easy to see both sides. Glittery also, this will make it stiffer and it will dry stiff, and it will keep its shape better when you're using it as an ornament. So again, I'm just putting this everywhere, all over. My yarn is very damp. Looks almost wet. Okay, just like that. And then again, I'm glittering again. Woo, happy glitter. Okay, and so then I'm going to do like this and get any excess glitter off. And then what I'm going to do off camera is I'm going to take some, oh goodness, push pins. That's what they're called. I'm going to take push pins and I'm going to hang this. And I'm going to have a fan actually blowing on it, but you don't need to do that. But I'm going to, sorry, I was buffering. I am going to pin this, okay? And when I pin this down, which is also, that's mainly what blocking is. When you block your crochet, you're wetting it and you're pinning it down to cause it to keep its shape, not curl, or, you know, and in this case, we're using glue to actually make it harden a little bit so that it'll be a better ornament. Okay, so that is what you do. So I'm going to pin this up. I'm going to let a fan hit it for a while. And then after I do that, this is one that we have completed. And what I did was I just tied a ribbon. You can tie it wherever you want, but I think it looks better in between these, because if you put it on the very top of this, it pulls at your snowflake. But as you can see, this is what it looks like. It's just glitter. Very gorgeousness. You can tie it on a tree, or, you know, whatever you want to do with this. So it really is a beautiful little pattern. It is not mine, by the way. I found it. So, and I don't know who did it, but I found the pattern, and it really is a beautiful pattern. So that's how you block things and how you glue things and how you make a snowflake ornament. Now, tomorrow what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back live again, and I'm going to show you how to turn this very snowflake into a granny square. I am going to actually turn this into a stocking for my daughter who loves the color purple. But you can use any colors as your backing. But yes, we are going to do the exact same snowflake, but we're not going to add glue or glitter. I mean, you could. Actually, you could if you wanted to, because I guess that would still make a pretty stocking. And I may do that because she would really love that. Even though she's 20 years old, she's still a girly girl and loves glitter. So I may do that. Hey, I don't know. We'll see. But anyways, yeah. So I'm going to show you how to make this granny square to attach to the snowflake that we just did. And you could turn it into an afghan, a stocking, a mosaic, whatever you want to do. And you could even use this as an ornament as well. So I look forward to seeing you to make this, and I thank you so much for watching today. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. I would be glad to answer them. If you need a short little video on how to help with things, I would be glad to help with that. It's what I love to do, is to teach people how to craft and crochet and do things that just make you calmer and make your home beautiful. So unless crafting like totally stresses you out, then this is not your thing. But anyways, so yeah, so thanks again. Remember to like, share, and subscribe so that you can be entered in the giveaways. And make sure that you let me know that you did it so I can enter you in the giveaways, especially if you're private. So great. Happy crocheting. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.